This is the Godson TV Global, the Godson's reaction. Dr. Nimoni Wat Scientific Hospital, another room, and Afi, Imada Travel Consult. Remy Spices, Remy Natural Spices. Yet the Bebo Froyano, Eddie Ayon Coin. On Madame Roma, you didn't come on Gakran. You know, Wahab Farouk, international diplomatic consultant, and in sense, in Bia Bede Ghana for be brave. And Omoboye Funo. Omo Kansim is Wahab Farouk. Active cancer in Bia. Sende, so be in through Ghana, Sujania, Wahab Farouk account. I didn't know more can say, me more video be on Crawford, say. Timer, Africans and semi sorry, way to any other, Anna. On a Captain Smart Bonk, we know church. Yeah, Africa, Hano, or man Bia, said ye, ne army, on my home, didn't win in a swatting. No, Kakaya be drew Ghana, Hana dear. Just a Ghana army. Ghana. Nah, so anyway. Aha. You have your muti. Aha. TV.
Ghana army or the ha or Kotoka or Bema camp. Barracks and crying and shed down your papa with all due respect because Ghana army first and no team you could danger goon team bagana. Omni forest from Kwakushima you kunti kunyo because Dana Chichadu. A Dana Chichadu military for name himself. Private houses is your baby a Pamwa Junction baby a boy sino. I own your private houses where room officers mess in the tier. And Ghana Army ho, Kumasi 4BN at Trotro Station.
Oh, I know what you did, say. Ghana Army now, Omu Trotro Raho Bibiati, Ghana Suja need yes, oh, Huna Bay, I wouldn't in Ayape. Rofos, Nakana Yaka Sujania. Sujani said Sujani ba, not baby afa. Se baby cry nimpo by kekakeka ona se sojani ebe pie wo pe dina ngrofo kra de ya asem ga se sojani atare a wawro kra esen ka mu kra no ani boss wa ehu sene police for be 12 a o mu kra tu gina baby sara na ngrofo ka bera se Ghana mi no ase na nimu aye habi ma ene ene ngrofo bi zo kika se da bi enya Wahab Farouk nsem no na protocol nsem ne ka ho and I'm a quack we in Haba. I ne Obuasi and Branty Kushia Sujafwa, a do you nabe. Na Okasamba could say Oba Africa Omomo army. Omu fe. If in West Africa crowd just say 16 countries, you know. And what fair for army no I say Omutimit TikTok, no more videos, no more fresh girls. Ayo Moma Sembi Flexibia, Ghana tea.
Moreover, Ghana Army now one more fetch West Africa Army for you. Oh, army or find beautiful boys swim. Beautiful boys swim, girlfriends, baby. Have you said boys swim back home? Young cham Ghana Army, bet Makoja Sahel. Akonya desert so 3 days without water. They dare not try.
Yes, they
dare not. You're too handsome to fight.
It's a bit of just handsome winning in our tresse. And a Ghana Army crown, who's so genial, who you. Enye hu bia za ndi hu na ehu bia na nke wom kane no eneze ehu ni nimu bio enimu bio anya dia ehu grase bia na ene wo hu no soja ni na afi ni hu be yehu bia sa na nkrofo be so mo kyerese Wahab Farouk nsem na waka no na ye kyera no eno bi there be protocol and a minimum way, no funny way, and I say any afar way, finish a honey adeno. And no count. And I'm a coffee yaba. And I'll have Farouk now about one thing I bet you and Simu say. A quania, soldier for no, any Obuase for boys no idea. And he said, dear, AG, and so no Obuase for dinner no, Yambian him. The old pa at it, you know, I'll have Farouk no. Obekani nyina de akiro de akofa we nyina ba nyo no na momfa so bo mo no na de asie pa no eno ni every analysis the godson ni Wahab Scientific Hospital kan yare ayemo adro ehwe video ni tie de waka sese credit Onia TV.
It is a sad story. Sad story in a way say Obuase Eyokrobia they've gone through phases of difficulties and phases of military brutalities. It dates back in the 80s. It dates back in the 70s. During Jerry's military regime.
Yeah.
That time they Goldfields. a lot of things happened.
Sure.
Now, isn't it so strange and sad, say, what are the issues at this animal Weber? You and I know very well, say, Obuasi is one of the hearts of the Ghana's economy.
Exactly.
If not for anything at all. Gold, mining was assassin. So any revenue or government, any foreign companies are generating on that assassin. So now show the kind of town, the township, the infrastructure, and the people living in Obuasi. They live in a utmost poverty.
Abject poverty. Very sad.
Very sad. And he said, oh, share Obuasi. Now, a Jean Obuasi. Everybody knows, say, a scarecrow. Now they show roads in the inner city. Now, free baby, a Kronankasa township. No? Now, show baby at the mining companies. Omoti. Now, compare. It is like two different countries on one planet. Do you understand me?
Two different countries
on one planet.
On one planet. I see.
Do you understand me? Because one, they are the custodians of the property called gold.
Yes.
But they are not the winners and beneficiaries of that property. It is said Obi anu aduane. Na odi bienye na to ho na osme. O hwe aduane no.
Aduane ne sent no fa ohine musa.
Do you understand me?
Yes.
Now let's ask something. From time immemorial, gold fields and all the faces of companies so much in Obuasi. Now share the impact of land. Gold mining aseno. Water bodies. Start here. And then we're talking about Kubi, Kibi, your friend is saying, offending them. No. Obuasi, even though see any bigger river, and the people have forgotten. What about the streams and the drinking rivers? The small rivers that are being the livelihood for almost farms. Any villages around the whole Obuasi catchment area. I don't know. Let me tell you one thing. On the first, Obuasi Obuasi Anka
war, yeah.
It was a stupid thing.
Oh, really?
Do you understand? It was not Obuasi Anka behind it. Okay, Zanka and Wahimfa. Where is that anchor? It was the chemicals.
Yeah.
That was the chemicals feeding into. Most of those farm products are now if you Obuasi farms. Inti ankanene the notable ones are now fashion because Obuasi the same thing obi offer because Obuasi banches so yede. It was the chemicals that the people have been consuming.
Oh.
We've not done analysis say nipa dodo say no Obuasi in the long term, the long run to today omanya serious related issues, health issues as a result of your friends say chemicals consumption.
Yeah.
Dodo say na cancer unidentified. Yentimen linking say listen, not for over 50 years and more to 60 years. One mining one region, that is one town, one area, about 25 kilometers, about 30 kilometers within the catchment area of Obuasi. Now, is that what the city? Now, Yebusa say, how many Obuasi people know Mama Juma?
That is the most.
It got to a time, per their own funny security explanations. Locals, they know the town, they know the city.
Yeah.
It is easy for them to steal gold, etc. This thing had happened with South African to Soweto.
Yeah.
And the South African mining companies. It led into serious death because women are not Abrafuni laborers, at the end of the day, if you go to Soweto and the other South Africa black during the apartheid time, so they raised up.
Yeah.
They got up, said no, we will not, and were prepared to die. Several people died. You see, I'm not gonna go through this concocted press releases coming from the army. Of course, army wouldn't say anything than to write a military English, which I respect whatever they wrote, but they should know say they wouldn't write anything different from the people were armed.
Yeah.
The people were this. They have the voice because they have the platform to tell the side of the story.
Yeah.
Anglo Gold has the platform to tell their side of the story. Yankofa villages in Ibi, for them to tell the side of the story. So grenades, pump action, local meat. It is the story that we hear all the time when civilians confront with military or police. That is what actually normally happens.
Absolutely.
It does not mean say the Omo canon. We are forced to consume.
Yes.
But some of us we are saying that is not. Let's deal with the root cause
of the issue.
We've heard say Omo or what and what decline route bia na say some abandoned area bia mining company and mining hall. The locals wanted to go there and mine or to wash the sand or whatever, and they lead you to this. And they lead you security breach. And for that matter, say even cry if that was the case. I don't think say the people and they knew say military or hall. Now look at Sinukra weapons. Normal start issue. No, it's on the neck, on the military, and the kind of training and the kind of professionals
yes.
and then emergency response and how you start and shooting. And it's an area of pump action. And I'm also AK-47.
And also we 60
ampere. Is the military trying to tell us almost rock? And also special bulletproof beer and for 60 pump action rifles. Almost to Yamudia Baku penny prior Baku. The moment the animal only she and there, it could nip 9.
And then
it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any realistic sense. Say Nipa system armed and moreover, it tells her there were more.
Yes.
Than the military.
The military presence there at that time.
And Nipa 5 for an base. How many? They haven't even gone. If you read their press release,
yes.
The military did not say we have 4 men or 5 men. All what is their patrol team? How many people goes on that car? How many people are on that car? If it is a patrol car, they are no more than 6. Call it the highest number 8. In the Nipa 8 and the Nipa 60 222. Equal pump action more the person who got injured
has been
treated and discharged. And to almost pump action and military back. It therefore just only suggests that when the people, for whichever reason, I'm not there. President Baumia said, you and I were not there. I wasn't there. So it's difficult to say, but we are talking from a commonsensical point of view.
Yes.
Say, a kwamba na military infaswa, mutime engage you, disarm weapons, kum 9. It's just scary. Now, a banisa in the Goldfields era, Omayasa, a pushy, a chrono, the whole youth, a kugu for several months, for several editions. That was revolution days. Already, we were afraid of people are afraid of the military and the uniform. But into government being and they're prepared to say, let's sit down with the company, corporate responsibility with the community and
CSR.
Monye, Omro da monye, school amonye, muye suswa, monfa omu, ejuma. Even laborers with funny excuses, they were bringing their laborers from outside. Obi oti kromi amfan. Enti no mom ti kromi. How do you want them to live? Only farm, because the farm are saying, only farm, margin land, only farm, only bibia. And it's a even training center. And that's an alternative use of the energies of the youth, And I'm quite a factory as a Ghana government, and as a factory as an Anglo good. To send and the energies of the people were to be transported into that sector. Boys in Obuasi, and I said the whole environment, they'll have some work to do. Accra and then Kumasi across Ghana. Shushan Bia Obeshi and Bia most cases or Obuasi. If somebody at the age of 45 no a Shushan boy, can you call him Shushan boy, Shushan man? Isn't it so terrible? Shushan for Obuasi, Bekai, Akroke, the whole area, Obuasi is Shushan for. At 40 years, no Shushan, what lifestyle or until we feel say some of us, it is the government now in power.
Yeah.
This is not an action, this is not the situation. The government will sit down and be briefed only by the security, only what the military tells them.
Yeah.
And then all the time as being the case, there are committee to investigate. Our committee and investigation has never proven anything. We had stadium disaster.
Yeah, sure.
What did that happen? What happened? Who was implicated?
White paper. Said, Mama Kotoko has a few years later.
Now, 2 years.
2 years, no more under floodlights.
2 years. I was a management member of Accra House of Folk.
Can you imagine?
It happened. You understand me? And your committee near reports, no. It's excellency your mama. Committee Ben Adomoko. Is a committee for us to read notes and to read grammar and English, or committee that is what proposing or suggesting or advising. Say, you taking this drastic action. Yes, I learned. Say the president instructs.
Yes.
Said the injured.
Yes.
Anglo good intake. It is not enough.
Making sure that they will bury.
You can't bring the body back. It goes beyond burying them. Did their family settle on say? Is that what they are trying to tell us? No. And I know he's in watertight situation as a president.
Yeah, sure.
But the reality is that most countries outside and other countries, if it was to be in America, you don't think that you cannot compensate anybody with life. You cannot compensate any family with life. Call them even, excuse me to say, so they were criminals crying out. They were giving life to their kids.
Yeah.
They were giving life to their wives. What about their mothers? What about their fathers? What about the family who rely on them? And to me feel say this committee, it has never helped this country.
I see.
It is an action to call Anglo good. There should be a roadmap. But dealing with the roadmap and then looking forward or moving forward, we should ask Anglo good how this thing happened and to avert the future occurrences. That should be the topic. And then at this idea, we say the people in Obuasi, boys in Juma, and Romania Juma or Anglo good ho, and Romania as laborers. Do you think that they will turn around to go and attack the company
not
as it has been perceived out there? No, it is not like that. These are disgruntled citizens and natives of Obuasi. Why didn't they do that last year? Why didn't they do last 2 years? It's getting too much on them. Regardless of whatever action, regardless of whatever they've done, it is not my issue here. A choir boss and boys in fast it is not my issue. But of course, for security agency, it is commonly normal. Say, Ombeka say, whenever their general brigadier, I've forgotten the name. Major General say, if their life were in danger, yes, I agree.
Yes, I agree.
Mr. Agri-Kwashi.
Yeah, Agri-Kwashi.
With all due respect, General, sir, I think some of these things we should be very efficient in dealing with issues than being effective. And now when I read that letter, General, your letter was too effective. The letter was too effective. We need an efficient letter in this regard because there's a family, they've been affected. But if you are re-echoing and the restating said, we have instructed, and the people, and even the letter comes with a further warning.
Yes, sure.
Who does that? You calm the situation, General. Yes, you're talking tough as a military officer, but you are wrong in this regard. Go and see how the trauma that their parents and then the trauma their wives and their children are going through. So you are alive. Your wife is there, your children are there, the military and those who did that. They have their family to go and hug. And this is the situation. One would ask, all in the name of God. Is that not the case?
Yeah, sure.
Do you have to bring nine people down? And I've asked this question. Those being the committee members and those who are going to investigate. And if it is not also the Ghanaian way, your sarcastic way of selecting maybe committee attended this issue now. The committee also come to bastardize even what happened, and then it makes that there's nothing. Then they write recommendation that ends nowhere. They should be able to tell how are the people were, if at all they were armed, as it has been said by the military per their record, press release. How come the military fund I just said they are so professional enough. Say boys, you release the pump action. No, they almost dodgy. Is that the case? And we know, and you know, and all of us know. Say when things like that happen, sir, military, police, and etc. These are things they've done all over. Ghana police knows how to do best. Military knows how to do best. They can justify the situation. Cutlasses. Who identifies the owner of the cutlass? Who identifies the owner of a cutlass? Say hammer, any other weapons. Who identifies them? Are they weapons that the names are engraved for us to know? Say, so you can, when there's a situation, military can do it, police can do it, security operations, security services, they do that. I'm not saying that was the situation, but then we can also think aloud. Say, how come by say bi amode obi angu nipa na ewu yes with your military skills and to mo ambushi omu and I say so it means that mo cordon area no as snipers. And when the boys, if they had come to a gate, I can't describe how it was, but if they had come to the gate of the Idisa, so you shoot them from the back or you shoot them from the side, because if indeed say they started shooting at, whom were they shooting at? Were they shooting in the air? If they were targeting you to disarm you and come to the site, one of you should have been dead by now. And the one I'm treating, and
then they ask them,
officer, I'm treating at discharge, or no suit you in a bonny. And it is not right. No matter how that it is not right. And I think the people from Obuasi, they deserve better. It's far too long. Your Excellency, President Mahama, Obuasi people have suffered too much. All the governments.
Yeah, sure.
From 1967, 57 to today, Ghana have mined gold, and I could see say more than 45% of total gold mined in this country comes from Obuasi area. Is that the kind of town that they live in now? Is that the town that we see say it's a mining town? It is too bad, and I think Ghanaians must all condemn this particular action. And they say, "Yan say, you better prevent its future occurrences." And it's rather unfortunate. So when the president comes to power, not that kind of situation is pay Ebertuna. You remember President Kufuor the stadium? He was very fresh in office when he has to go to 37 as a president and cried, seeing your nationals, your citizens, over 120 people all down, as a result of avoidable security breach in the form was professionals couldn't just follow normal, regular, apply for professional instructions. Why now you say nipa 120 up to today, you are compensating the family. May 9th, we go memorial service. That is the end of it. Monkosha how they've lived until today. Mona more consonechi. I think matters like this, I say most of the a national agenda. Namun push it because committee is formed today. I can tell you by next week, if there is a new issue, any other part of Ghana, Obuasi issue, forgone conclusive, and I don't think that is what we need.
Now let's talk about diplomatic leeway and as diplomatic solutions. Captain Wood hear me. Now, se bibi atisa, no man who's a tribe in me in Ipe, border in me in Ipe. Not forgetting, say Nigeria so a strong army, said the American Nigerians. Nigeria me wa bunch army be with the whole West Africa.
Some of them
me say wa bunch army be with the whole West Africa. Why? Because Mustafa mo any Muhammad Yusufun, o me ankran krao. Karatu boys are no Mali. Under the age of 24-25, Abeto organization, extremist group here from Boko Haram. Western education is a crime. And their propagation was that the whole Nigeria, Yampeso Biabeko school, Obianko Suyama Karanta, Onsiatre, Onisa possibility from extremist group. Omo Kate at the Nigeria for army. Emra Omo Chibori gas in Dom Kogu in Remono. Dom Kogu, Adamawa province. Omni Cameroon border. And in Jamina forest in Moho. Enti from Gongola belt, no, I want no makipu omo. Ena Nigeria 4 years, when said Omsium gigri, Omquaco rescue omo. And Uncle Phone be enclave big room, surround room. Papa, come almost finishing Nigeria Minako, and Nigeria for out of stress. Almost fair Cameroon. Cameroon Special Forces, elevate me engage boys, no, a man out of one crab, Johnny, and Kumso just an effort. Oh, these soldiers, I would Tinubu rely on Nigerian soldiers. Now, won't Jane say, excuse me to say, without any reservations, said Nigeria army no house for boys in the dorsal. Now, house for boys in our duomoko, as one cocoon in your house. Meanwhile, American ambassador here against who Konichi and Yakokasan, who do board down catches a massa, madam, and yet diplomatic in a Western foreign ebay. But Musho bit to say the emir of Sokoto, Sanusi. Sanusi the cousin Sinich a boy we. And Sanusi called board and so. Why so quite Jabba? Oh,
and it's not Islamic clerics, so scholars.
Yes, so me has for boys in the free condo.
Oh,
and the ECOWAS, I must be a diplomat. And I head of sales of ECOWAS is certainly Nanado Danko Kufado. We are top class diplomat, why foreign minister, president, me pacho. My advice is that in diplomacy of such dynamism, complexity, what you need to do is say, yeah, the special envoy in ECO. Muni obi amefa meko because I know them. Mini Musafa is I know those boys. Some of them. Na mo ne nko kasa. Enti munyi special envoy na ECOWAS ntenase. Enti one neighbor, monfa Sanusi nko. 1-2 constitution till now. Mon pese mbohu sa de no. Sanusi ne nko kasa. But the most critical thing na ECOWAS oma bon. ECOWAS oma bon yo mama. And he said, "Se wosu kwa kotu Sanu ukotu chiani. One man diplomatic exit. I friend immunity. Mon detective say ye tuwa ya do kwa ha because say Constitution of Niger and he say so ye treasonable offense enyama miensa either say be cut you throat
You chatty.
and I say do be share from near the abotri near stone to death.
Okay.
And I say firing squad.
Okay.
Mbajo what you say?
That's yes.
Omu ye ayibi manasari bi. Omu kunu. Ya.
And the treason charges are to Bazoum.
Chiani, Bazoum, yes. So on quite one much on don't true be on near 2 to on the man. Name of no Chiani no. Some so on return power and farmer Bazuna. Like I said, we break a certain republic, one soon break a certain republic. Okay. But as long as why you cool need there, treasonable offense than neck. And to also handle power. Crazily enough, say minimum crap power. Men some farmer Bazoum. Or the man we are on 19 Ruha, now the treasonable offense in that. So my coaching your trinity. And the diplomacy has to say, Muni special envoy, no one negotiate to exit. On negotiate, baby, a country or pay, or so okay, Burkina, me say for her, meet my room. Okay, meet my Cotra Guinea, and I say meet my Cotra Hen, your friend Mali. More man is diplomatic options, you know. More man immunity, and a more man exit immunity. And it's someone so handle power or handle power here. Who is Chiani in Niger? Or face death. On in a squad doing number 2 be a trinity. Captain,
And now I'm seeing and now I'm also at the treasonable charges about current president.
yeah, because treasonable charges in a year. Murder cases now a cosuno.
Oh.
Villages now kokona or say, oh, Makwa Momo Kokon, and any treasonable charges. And they say, Chianino, watch it with Bazoum. Or chain ordinary to them, still on 7 would define. Oh, Yanishe. And to say, ECOWAS, Mungra Bodan so. Namsumin Kuno, now for Mumramikumi. How are you going to kill him or say, Mum Kotuno? Now, what happens to the life of Chiani?
Okay, you share ECOWAS armies. Where we in Nigeria,
Now, ECOWAS.
ECOWAS army.
Army no. ECOWAS will near me.
So where we in Nigeria?
Yes. ECOWAS near me. In the first place, you need standby force from ECOWAS army.
Okay.
And the ECOWAS army existed once. Our me coordinated. A certain Abacha, a certain Babangida, and a ECOMOG. Brand genocide. This was a genocide issue for the Sanko Sierra Leone, Charles Taylor Ben Johnson, Liberia, and no mere coordinated effort. And no Nigeria for the doom sika buy and ECOWAS we need dama. Nigeria this can buy the equipment buy no. Or no kwaji to say or no ankasi onimukon. Onya de and no ma Ghana general kwenu. Na yes I na ko usika Ghana for the belly there. Sa Ghana troops and call Liberia enka bibia. Enti Nigeria oma ECOWAS so get say we in Nigeria Ghana ni ba kokura mu. Bakukuramu. For the Sanko, no, military soldier, police, sergeant, and no share, Kono, Kalan district. Or no crack my brebre and said, no mutima flash, stop Madinga ne, your friend is a bio, almost stop. And now, ECOWAS may come yes, you should just any army. So now we are going to talk about whose army and where would they mobilize. Okay. Mobilize you are here, no, the Falcon Niger, a honor issue, no, may ban. Omo mobilize here. Esro in a northern tip. Guinea, or be in the border, or a solidarity, or a fighting, or so be fighting manager.
Okay.
Mali, or be in the border, or any Guinea boom, or be fighting, Tiabenia corridors in you.
Okay.
Burkina, or be fighting, or be in the corridor, when you're third corridor. And Niger Fusu corridor, to so just enemy and San Carbom. Omukra stronger force. 4 in a bomb was roho. Omo one border.
And then Niger is now the biggest army in West Africa.
Apart from Nigeria.
Okay.
And it's our form now. Ghana army or the or kutoka or Bema camp barracks and crying and shut down your papa with all due respect because Ghana army first na no mtimi eku num de ntia gu ntim ba Ghana no omni forest om kwa ko shema yeku ntikuni ho because dan na chichado military for na nim say private houses na isuo baby a yi pamwan junction baby a go yesi no ɛhɔ nyina private houses awura mom ne officers mess na tie enti Ghana Army ni hɔ Kumasi 4BN trotro station trotro station Baltimore trotro ram Takra de anaji omo moreover Ghana Army na wo ho feche West Africa Army fo nyina wo fa army obekwa find beautiful boys we mu beautiful boys we mom girlfriends bebebe no abi say boys wo mu bako yanchem Ghana Army obetima konya Sahel akonya desert so oko 3 days without water they dare not try
yes so javo
they dare not too handsome to fight Ghana Army is 16,000 Ontimi volunteer more than 2,000 soldiers. Mo pa mo kanche military mu se wo mu. Sa so ni 16,000 wo kwa. What is say na beko. What the 2,000 pen na beko. Togo e adama de won crowd won make mistake. Because ono no judge go nitika. You go nitika ni say. Ono still odako 777 years without any definite time. France for nkasa France for mi na no nkasa e adama chi ni nya pacha. Mumsa is excellency omo pacha dem be pemene. Now no Gabon abegin so mkosa yare enti your friends captain Ghana mi on team for 2,000 ma Liberia his excellence upon wia ni am nyina 2,000 or the sign e be ko ECOWAS
mama na no Chalote ko wo no
Chalewate Liberia mi she Chalewate Sierra na mi no she Chalewate Sierra ni am nyina 4,000 Liberia 2,000 wo ka bo ma say or the sign e be ko 500 no mienu be ka bom. And now call His Excellency the sleeping president Adam Abari. On the time come be meeting kwa no ada. What is the mission? Adam Abari the banju for do saying. Me ba what you say? Makisa omo amino Senegal amino omo nyeku da krom kwa do omo nko. Because two bani alpha omo the command room they don't talk, they don't fight. Enti hwade ne say aka country bay Umaru Mukhtar Embalu Sissoke Embalu eye Guinea Bissau ono oni Air Force. Oni Air Force. Sierra Leone no Air Force. Gambia no Air Force. Gambia Air Force huna Yaya Jamedi 2 Dada Jawara. Obakaya. Your friend is a Tanzania of Nigeria so okoton player monomati Air Force. Oji Gambia sika wie no. Akokran man sika wie no. Independence Day wo jubilate. The plane neba Nigeria Air Force for na hwe. Yom ko hwe plane no airport. Ko na Nigeria for Tanzania ode no. Wo de Nigeria me abayi yom scam adwom sika ko. Ena Yaya Jame Eka say who president akokrati say who ba best come ya army enu na ma ni 2 Dada Jawara.
Okay.
What ya dey say? In the Gambia oni Air Force. Ghana Air Force oni helicopter betima ko up to Lagos. With all due respect.
Inside.
Oni military jet.
Omo de kwa yi.
Me cha say oni military jet obetima YouTube ba ku free throw. Bear in mind say Nigeria wato na airspace mi. Enti he fa na mbe fam wi amema the final analysis wo ho. Oni bi na Senegal ni troops on team from kutwa Mali because airspace won ko Mali mani betwem because ono ankasa Makisa no also one problem a ye beba ho. Now say Guinea Conakry onka ho Makisa oni soldiers bi odo ko Mukhtar Embalo Sissoko of Guinea Bissau oni Kevet soldiers nyina nu 500. What did they mention? Now we are talking about Togo, forget about it. Benin, Patrice Talon also on there, on volunteer, on pay problem. Togo, only army. Nigeria, the army do send a Ghana and the says do send a beba. What did they mention? Now we're talking about Senegal. Check all the 15 countries of the ECOWAS. Army no mobilizing. Omu even 10,000. Into Omu starting to Kwanini. Bear in mind once again, say 941 kilometer stretch, a former Nigeria, a whole number of say Ghana Army send or kwa Niger, ya mobilizing troop on befahin. So person kwa Niger, eso fight through Burkina.
Burkina so na semo hoyi.
One concord size is here where we are. Ghana Army court where we are Burkina. So Roma kofa kwa Niger. Na Togo on fighting room because there's no airspace. Nyata anyet. Shoulder to air means obey you out to form. Chiani are prepared because equipment and Niger army wono. Ghana nibi. Côte d'Ivoire nibi. Alassane Ouattara or the Côte d'Ivoire. Niger. Papa, stop it. Ghana, your pinsgua and your friends say armored vehicle. Two. Your armored vehicles now the back of it me terrain say kokunim you. What the back Niger kabako. Hey, Exposee. ECOWAS Togo. Togo nya. What they say? Sagana will make 60 among country.
Yeah,
Our drone, obetim de call escape the surveillance na on country. Cote d'Ivoire, Onukra Cote d'Ivoire, Niami a stronger Ghana army in terms of equipment. The numbers are more Ghana army in terms of everything. And the Cote d'Ivoire last time we dare not make mistake because you want Ivorian soldier on by hitting.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. On try, Abrasa water because no so breaking constitution in West Africa. ECOWAS and Kasa. Or the 2 terms and the 2 Laurent Babu. 2 Laurent Babu or no last water 2 terms. We and we change the constitution. I'm ECOWAS leaders are quite a team. As when Nina Manekon 3rd term. And we can transfer the troops in court. And captain, your box room together. It's a land fight. Land fight, Nigeria must engage them on their front and let's see. Ghana nko fight no nko join. Sierra Leone nko fight nti wa hwa. Sa countries na ye dede ni nyina coastal. Nti ye dom nyina gu ship so a. The only country on betima ko no Nigeria. Omu ko start trip no Lagos. Akotwa mo Ibadan. A start air frokosro. Nti omu ko fa Lagos kwa kodu Kano a. Yan hwa said the house that for boys na wa Kano. Any Boko Haram for no ebema ECOWAS troops na betwam e de awura Niger. Yan hwa ba bi ombefa. It mean problem. ECOWAS mo holding. Omun chira baby ombefa dia enter Niger. Abra woni 4 countries in kabum. No more stronger a military force chem. Na more suspect, we suspect. Makacho Guinea kuto ye friend zen. Mbalu. Guinea Bissau only army. Sierra Leone only army. Obia ni air force, Ghana ni air force obetima koso oko air control and also oko air fight. Enti wo monche enti samosem de mani to France so dia na me ka kire mo say France ne 1000 military force no 1500 no chiane ba wo nyina adwane
o ma free crowd ko Africa
o ma dwane America for go 1000 military 1200 o nyina adwane o nim fire power and o nim boys no they know the boys
Niger
they know them papa o free Agadas e kon to kwa ko do Tamara set over 1200 kilometers desert so onidi
onum so
25 kilometers about 100 kilometers ansan wa konya nsufin di anom wo betimi na akoko fan boys we say so je ni okodi school
Ghana soldier for
o mi akodi school mko kese enu mko da bia hwe a wono akota studio akoye yi amacho ya hwe se do mu ho si ayefe especially young boys na age captain age ayi ni lieutenant kan ayi no. If you look at them, handsome boys, because so you need to miss that from Chroma say. Comfort tuition is cafe ne coffee, Monfanco non vanco. Ye nim weapons a bit in the aqua say a quaco. It is almost chance in Nigeria weapons never bar. My chair said Nigeria, the weakest army in West Africa, regardless of the size, if not anything at all. Boko Haram small boys waba Abuja be strike back to back or call back yantima yanishe. Waba Lagos are best striking. Was striking of Maduguri, was striking of Benue State, was striking of Kogi, was striking of the whole Nigeria successfully. One team two no. Now one team two Boko Haram of boys of less than 1,000 boys. Nigeria now with the strongest army next to Nigeria in terms of strongest army in Niger.
Strongest army in West Africa.
West Africa is Niger. His Excellency Nadu way. Strongest army in West Africa is the Niger army. 33,000, 37,000 force with 9 intervention specialist group and one more about 30 groups are and one special forces headed by Chiani. Come, Mr. Fight woman yena. Ya pesa womuti diplomacy ase. No munja dede no. No mun kofa special envoy. Kofa Sanusi, Emir of Sokoto, Emir of Kano, kofa na ko. Yes, I'm on cover Inugu Reverend and Bishop and Kran or qua Ombetie no. Nanya de Denamo Yano. These are house to house or trigger a bet trigger the whole Nigeria will be bought. Tinubu cannot rule for 5 days. So Ra or the ECOWAS. So we were forced, Ra, Wopami and tempted, the base West Africa, Obi and Timin Sano, Burkina be BM, Mali be BM. Guinea baby a woman now special force.
No more yes, so body fine.
What's it?
Yes, no more do a body.
So bet my soul electric Macua Brinkun. Say you will be Krumami money. Jerry could say more Cuba. Cuba, bet my electric gorilla fighter. Ghana will be. but woman na the jerry odom ye ku ye na o tre no hu se boys ni hu no what a chana mo no jerry na ya no ko amnesty America o mom nyina ko gigi green card mom e no nya kwadi na de 11 years enye sa nka boys 2 kura bit my adwuma no 2 don't buy your boys 2 kura bit my adwuma mom ne Ghana army for be face off
don't buy for 2
Messi 2 special forces they are gorilla trainers what are the France for na ne ko train num o for die e die o de nsa for die e ti say kura me ba what you say o de nsa for die e ti say kura those are the boys Traore ka ho dami ba ka ho asimi gota o ka ho chiani onu kura de nyina no the West African soldiers no French for only the top commander o
why Niger ni
chiani yes the oldest general in the whole West Africa on kasa your friend the soldier on the omunya yida yeah your friend the soldier why din mu kasa no hwem din mo wie okay ene ye nko na wonu achi obi 7 man couscous odidi o wie ya no hwesika ECOWAS for mo wo himfa this your story you need dey hit mo sasa nyama na mo yiye no o mo kofa sika sen ewo onu ane boss Mamadou Issouf ni fie 152 billion CFA eno makofa France ankasa ECOWAS ankasa Tinubu ankasa
152 billion
CFA eno makofa Bazoum ne ba 50 billion CFA with cachet trunks of gold confirmed report wonya ne hwe ne ba no osiska no we nie age eno na boys no eye demonstration so mkobu bo France ni ade no or reveal say sika de bi shani when misko ma peke ne dem Bazoum na mun misko ma peke no e wo no ho but on kasa on two constitution we're looking for diplomatic solutions enti mun fa special envoy munima diplomacy ho asem you can charter a hire or rent the service of special envoy omne ne beti ase na mu wia mama ni diplomatic exit say he no mfa but I'm telling you authority say Tiberi boy Hausa boy omnim the France for aye wo say now we are not going the French way we are going to Russia we are going to China. And they have the liberty woman called Johnny Briggs on fama woman ne fama woman China ECOWAS udi agro be shan Ghana military is too beautiful woman of first woman tim kokon woman asu nim open fa Ghana military nko some people mo ordina nkonya ni alavanya wo mko pata ati abofre no mdiko 27 years woman tim akopata Jabro bokukura dey say escalated case me sim konya ni alavanyo south ya omgumiram 27 years Ghana ma solve that problem ye military for himfa ye military konya na omkotwa asase no nhia no omnye omkodo asase no sokra na bibia akra na hobiem omakodo na afa boys omkodisco mo satisfy sache host captain smart also de ne koni ja akwa minua wo aminu a wo that any ayi me pa chaw enkodisa region mu agro yamo de yenim ho minim Tamara said too much minim Sopro minim Agadas minim Leila minim your friend is Asamaka minim Arlet Janet I know Tamara said too much they should not play what's it masa na so no mo kwa no ma kotete enye fight no ba be ni Jamina kromo enye gata fight no be you omno piru du akọ desert ni so ono ka anwana no akọhye anwana se Ghana soja be no betima nanti anwam so akọ omga se South Sudan na muni you anko wa no akọwo woni you anko Lebanon no akọwo and they say a friend professional fight indeed they say Ghana me professional discipline because 6 o'clock no me parade no gina ho Nigeria me afi no oba in the African presidency African leaders Africa me na UN they say the Omse Ghana project yes professional army no another professional army go UN China ye damn discipline and apart from that dress uniform a fetch the whole army because Nigeria so get ba was the organ waiting the battles ground to the UN commanders who are no buafu but heard they were Ghana for discipline line no diso salute diso omonwom no so efe na nye Congo for soldiers ba timi salingala for boys or sand your friend ground that yes and like UN army unity no command post no Ghana for soldiers ko police in nuclear command oh sir the Ghana police service Ghana police for professional army proper one professional army ni de ene de ene na UN Ghana highly professional army and yes the title no title nya ntoko o mukuni ntra because the troops kwa wutie me o mani ate eni tia ne tie nti obi ngu Ghana troops so the 250 kwa o the 250 ni nyina ba obi
eni tie nti obi enwu
enti wankwa akwa nko bi bewu and we take a logistics position Nigeria for ni Sudan for ni nkoko ni yeso yensebu achiri de oyimu no o commander Sagana ni wo unity ma o commander baby a danger wo no onko basketball enti o the Ghana troops kwa o do nyina asaba o mko Lebanon Syria and Israel Hezbollah Ghana bia nu a wawuda I'm saying the history of Lebanon o ma winu too South Sudan any East Timor near that o the Ghana ni ko obeba oba so aye kese fine ne kala toso wankwa akon what dem chem
atobuta beto
atom nti when the real fight
nti omunko
Niger dem na real fight yan tese ya mi hwe
ami be ya
Ghana ami
ya dan ye ho aba